So what's up next is a short review to this Cybergun Cyma SCAR licensed shorty version, whatever thingy thing. So the battery goes up below on the upper receiver and not to the stock and not to the front, which is nice. So you're using an AK stick type battery. You can't actually get this thing just apart. You need to remove a few screws. Actually, I'm removing a lot too much screws. This is the first time I disassemble this. So, yeah, there is an easier way. You can absolutely leave this piece on, I guess. But yeah, I will remove the stock part anyway. There is, as usual, a fake screw. This one. It's fake. You can't get it out, or you could, but it's not needed. But actually, yeah, I think all these 3 screws on the upper receiver, you can see there are fake screws now. You may have noticed there is a T-plug. This is because this is a new version Cybergun, which comes with a cheap ETU unit to stop this thing from jamming in semi-auto, which is quite nice. But the ETU also has its flaws, so I'm a bit twisted about this. You need to remove these 2 tiny screws to move the hop, and then you can remove the upper receiver. This would have worked without getting off the stock thingy thing, just to clear this. The hop unit is the typical SCAR one, just the standard type, no rotary stuff. Could be better, is not. The hop rubber, it's just the standard Cyma one. I will drop a name top, but that's for later. Quite cool on this gun is the disassembly is actually a lot easier than on other SCAR type models. The fire selector in particular is way more easy to reassemble. What is needed to know is that we have a grub screw here to remove, and if this thing is gone, you can actually disassemble the whole mag release thing. So if you don't know, you may try to remove it otherwise, and it's definitely gonna hurt your mag release. The fire selector is ambidextrous, so yeah, that's cool, but it's also not the nicest thing to dis and reassemble. Both are secured with grub screws. That's quite typical. And then we have something looking a bit like on a Cyma Tommy gun, like a little metal piece screwed on to the actual selector gears. The motor is a pretty standard one. This is not the Cyma high torque one, and you will need this particular, come on, yeah, whatever, you need a star-shaped screwdriver, and this is, come on, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's absolutely needed, and you have to be careful with reassembly, because these are screws which are self-cutting, so they cut into the plastic of the grip. If you don't want to change your grip very soon, you need to make sure you reassemble the screws very carefully. Yeah, the motor is crap, I already told you. This is just a standard M4 grip, so there are 2 screws on the bottom we need to remove. If this is done, we should be able to remove the gearbox. The shell got a quick change system, which is accessible from the back if you remove the stock, which is nice. Anyway, the barrel is quite short, so you will not build sniper out of this thing, but you can have very decent FPS. And you can lower them for CQB quite fast, which is nice. So, the fire selector thing, as usual, through the gearbox, a lot of gears. And the gearbox shell looks like a regular Cyma one. So there are bushings, I think it's 7 millimeters. There is no ball bearing on the spring guide, which is not Cyma typical, but I think Cybergun just got a word and said, hey guys, this needs to be cheaper. And yeah, make it unjammable, but to just not give it all the nice upgrades you gave your latest lines, like a good motor and decent bearings and yeah. So yeah, this is pretty standard Cyma stuff, except the ETU. The blue parts shall look like it's a blue line thing, but it's not. It's just regular Cyma internal stuff. We have the regular Cyma gears, which are pretty good actually. We have a piston, no steel teeth. We have a lot of grease. We have this ETU, which is not the best thing, cause the micro switch tends to die before your 5th game or so. The piston actually has no ball bearing also. I got this special tool to remove the piston head, just to show you. Come on. This is very, very, very bad to remove. So if you're changing the piston on your Cyma, just change the piston head as well. Why not? I will tune this thing, so I just gonna show you very fast how this thing is assembled, but yeah, it's nothing I wanna keep. The bearings will also, or the bushings will also go away. I will put in a piston with a full metal rack. Yeah, I will just drop in a few tuning parts now. All in all, this is a nice replica. It's very good looking. It's short, it's nice for CQB. It's a very, very cool tuning base. You can do, yeah, just a few upgrades, not too pricey ones, to get a very, very good gun out of this. with a very nice rate of fire. For this part I will stop here, and I will make another video to show you how this thing is properly tuned to a nice rate of fire. And yeah, for Germany of course with 0.5 joules, but you can adjust this with your quick change system and get a bit more out of it.